and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright. You want to take attendance? Mr. Wilson, call it off, our new members.
Okay, Pam Riley,
Yep.
okay. Amber Randazzo,
Here.
Larry Wilson's here. Robert Zambo,
Present.
Graber's absent. Tom Ahern,
Here.
Andy
Where,
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. Steve Witter, and Bart Smaller's absent.
Okay, you got a motion to excuse the absences?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, motion carries, accept the absences. Right there, Paul. All right, awesome. Okay, adoption or amendment of today's agenda. So we get a chance to look at that. Need to add anything onto that? Take that as no, so I get a motion to accept the agenda as written for today.
I'll move to accept the agenda as presented.
All right, and a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Awesome. Moving on to the approval of the minutes from February 12th.
I just want to make one, on that, I didn't, on the public hearing that we had, I did not put the time down because I didn't mark it, and so I had to leave that, not mention it. But so the time is not in there, so when we open the meeting, public hearing, when we close it. So other than that, it should be.
Okay. All right, can we get a motion to approve the meeting from February 12th minutes?
Motion.
All right,
Who made the motion?
Robert.
Zambo?
Go by Bob or Robert. Bob, either way is fine. My wife called me worse.
Okay, can we get a second?
Okay, I'll say.
You second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Awesome. Okay, item E, citizens' comments regarding the agenda or non-agenda items. Do we have anything addition from anybody, any paperwork in regards to today's agenda? I did not receive anything. I don't see anything on the paper or on the table. So can we get in, do we need a motion on that by any chance?
We have no comments.
No comments? Okay. Moving on. In regards to communications, I think everybody got their packet. That out there.
There's no communications on the agenda.
All right, we're good there? All right. Moving on, new business. Okay, today is a public hearing. Somebody needs to correct the spelling on that if you don't mind. Okay. In regards to extending the hours of operation of the marijuana establishments. There's a typo there too. We need to correct that.
I'll make a motion, we open the public hearing, and it's 7:35?
6:30.
6:35.
6:35.
Close.
I want to get it.
Don't rush me, you want to get done faster.
Yeah, so I made the motions.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right. Floor is open for our wonderful residents.
I think they're,
They're doing- take it,
they're
move
here,
it,
I
turn.
think they should present their case first. They're from the.
For the marijuana establishment? Okay. I'll
You
go
have the
ahead.
floor.
You have the floor.
They have the floor.
I
Just your
appreciate-
name and which business are you?
My name is Aus. This is my father, Mazen, and this is my cousin, Selena, which is the manager at Mystic, our establishment. I appreciate you guys having us here. Thank you. We obviously want to extend the hours to drive in more traffic. You know, get our business up. Obviously, we are far away from a lot of the population in obviously around this area, so it's tough to close at 8 p.m. and then a lot of our other competition, like there's one in on Lenox, and there's a couple more. Where? Romeo, Port Huron. They all close obviously later than we do, so a lot of people work late, so we don't get a lot of the traffic in because we have to close at 8 o'clock. So we're here to obviously extend the hours and try to see if we can, get our business a little bit better, and try to see how we can help the city.
One thing we like to highlight is we were formerly Joyology, a corporate-run business. We are a family ourselves, so it was part Joyology and then 2 other families included. We bought out Joyology because we wanted it to be more of a family-run business. We are very family-oriented. As you can see, we do things together. We just want to put, like I always say, bread on our tables for our families. We're trying to do the same thing, just in a little bit more of a judgmental market. In this market, people just like us, like I get off work at 8. It sucks if I wanted to go to my dispensary and it closes at 8 in my hometown, you know what I mean? We're not asking for every day. We kind of just wanted a 3-day grace of maybe to midnight, and then Sunday maybe to 10, just so that we could kind of hit more of the demographic we're aiming for, because crucial hours in the dispensary usually are between 4 to like 10 p.m. usually. Midnight is just a pull because we can get deliveries, profits can go up just from there. If we're able to get our profits up, we can also get to the community more than we already would have to. That's pretty much the baseline of it, a family-run business, not corporate. We're not trying to,
We bought them out because we didn't like the way that they were. They're too corporate. Like, it's just, they want to do things their way, and they don't know the city of Memphis and how it's ran here. So we needed to get them out, and we did. So we changed the name to Mystic. That's the name I came up with, or we came up with, and. Everybody in the city of Memphis, I know when we came in, I feel like they were kind of like skeptical. They didn't want us. You guys didn't want us to be here, or not. You guys are some people. I know there was some issues when we first opened, but I feel like that we really haven't had any problems. I feel like we've been more of a help than a negative on the city, and anything that the city asks for, we always come through. And it's not about donations. It's about anything else. You need to see our cameras. We got you guys. You need to, you need some help from us. We'll take care of it. I know you guys had an issue about the flags maybe 8 months ago. I know me and the other gentleman that owned the dispensary across the street were at the meeting, and flags is not going to make a big difference for me, so I really didn't care about flags. So we can take them down, we can put them up. It's whatever the discretion for what the city likes. It doesn't even have to be a law or anything. If we just want to make you guys comfortable, to make us comfortable with everything that's going on, basically.
So you'd be satisfied with going from, you want to go from 9 till 10, Monday through Thursday? And I'd heard you say Friday to Saturday, you'd like to go to midnight.
if we could do Thursday to Saturday midnight and then Sunday 10, that would be great.
No.
Okay,
Thursday
I'm trying to see how many hours I want to-
yeah, I think she got it mixed up. Thursday to 10 is fine. Friday and Saturday, obviously, it's the weekend, so people do go out. They go to the wine bar, and then they go to Doghouse across the street, and they're there. We're closing up, and they're partying and jamming. So it kind of sucks because our block is very, very populated with a lot of people on those 2 nights, and it's really, really busy, and it kind of sucks that we have to close down at 8, and while everybody's just getting to that
I just
area.
want to clarify one
No, absolutely,
from
yeah.
paperwork that I have. You weren't looking to stay open
Till
till
10
midnight on
o'clock
Sunday?
every day, and then Thursday and Friday.
No, not Sunday. Just
Okay.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's why I had
And
that here.
he-
I didn't think you'd ask for that, so I just wanted to clear that up.
No, it's Sunday, and really, even if you guys do change the hours on Sunday, I probably won't. I'll probably still close at 8 o'clock because it's Sunday. I don't want my employees to be working, until 10 o'clock on a Sunday. And with the traffic on Sunday, I feel like the traffic is more of like an afternoon kind of traffic, maybe like 11 to 4, 11 to 5 is when we're really busy, and then it dies out at the end of the night. So if we do go to Sunday, I'd appreciate if we can have an option, but Unless we start getting really, really busy on Sunday and like it's overcrowded and we feel like that, yeah, we should open up another hour or two, I'd make that decision. But I think until 8 p.m. on Sunday is totally fine.
Yes, there's any other comments?
Oh, yes, is there any other comments? I'm sorry, I was writing down here.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Have you had the chance to speak with other dispensaries in the area, kind of like a comparative market analysis to see how they do after 10 p.m.? Does it increase problems? Has there been influx of not so great things?
So I haven't talked to them about that, but what I do know is, so Dispo Romeo is, one of the owners is like my cousin, so he's a little family, but the reason why we want to open till midnight is because they are busy, so, but they do, I mean, the police department is right there in Romeo, so it's not really, I don't think they have that many issues, but this is just what I can guess or estimate. I don't know. I can't really tell you yes or no for a straight answer.
Okay.
You know?
Can I ask a question from the city side? How many issues have we had with the current establishment? Has there been any problem? Have you guys experienced any problem?
We haven't called the police one time. Actually, we helped the police one time, I think.
I
Right?
love Memphis, honestly. I love this city.
I'm not aware of any.
I'm not aware of any either.
I look
I can answer that.
around the corner, I don't see.
You want an answer? I can answer that.
Yeah.
According to the police chief, there's never been an incident at either dispensary since they've opened, as far as the police are concerned. They have helped in certain issues where I think there was a person who was kind of wandering through town and ended up stopping somewhere and grabbing something. There's been a couple accidents, and they were able to use the video from both dispensaries.
Does your footage run 24/7?
Every day, all day for 45 days? 30 days. 30
It's
days.
30
30 days, yeah. It's 35 days, it's a state law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other comments? Oh, Mr. Fields, with all due respect.
How are we doing? Are we doing?
Just, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so-
still public.
I mean, I've gone back and I've reviewed, I've watched all the minutes, I've watched all the tape, I've watched all the video. I'm pretty aware of where everybody was standing on the votes and the discussions with the dispensaries, how they came about. So we can look at all that. As far as the hours, I know that, I mean, you have 0 instances of having issues at the dispensaries, and a lot of that can be applied to the hours and the restrictions that the city had the foresight in putting in when they went to the public and got the public's opinion on this, which got pretty hot. You know, we can go back and look at all the minutes and everything. As far as hours, half the communities that I work in, where I do a lot of your Royal Oaks, Mount Clemens, Clinton Township, and going down through those, most of those places close at 9. They don't open till midnight. So to say that you're targeting a demographic from 8 p.m. to midnight to try to do a weekend and then piggyback that onto a bar crowd, you're kind of going against the spirit of, I think, the way the city originally brought the ordinance in and how it was presented. I do know that a lot of the hours are 9 o'clock, and that's over 50% of the dispensaries in the state. So demographically, I don't know what to target this. Big thing with targeting on the weekends, and I drive a lot of miles across the state and through multiple states. So if you're opening to midnight and you want to generate that kind of traffic to Memphis, there's nothing that's going to stop you from having, how would you feel on 69 driving and there's a billboard in K-Pac, dispensaries in Memphis open till midnight on the weekends. Because that won't stop, and then you'll have billboards and signage, of course, on 19, like any other dispensary. That's what you do as a business. You establish it.
Absolutely.
So you can drive down and you can see the amount of drive to pick up on that. So I mean, your clientele. I mean, you've already targeted a clientele in the evening by saying we want to pick up on the bar traffic because we want that social element to come in across there. But if you're on one hand, if you're trying to run a family business, and that's your statement, then most people, if they're responsibly using, they can fit it within the hours of being there at 8 or 9 in the morning up until 8 to 9 p.m. at night. Those last 3 hours is a foot traffic that's questionable. And I think if you really ran a security study on the foot traffic and issues, say with jars or even going over into Madison Heights, you would see where the increase in the presence and the security presence to cover those later hours is extremely high, which we don't have here. We're Memphis, it's small, you have the cameras, you have the lighting, which is required by state law, not just local stuff. So, but the increase in the foot traffic, the increase of that clientele, the increase of the travel coming from 69, you're trying to draw people in that aren't necessarily local. So it's, you know, my opinion based on what I see out there in driving, I mean, feasibly to me, 9 p.m. seems like a good market for that other than going to midnight, because at midnight I see, you know, it's just the influx, the combination, you know,
But
the signage.
do the bars have problems at midnight?
I don't run a bar here, so I don't know, but I spent 20 years working in nightclubs. I spent 20 years in live music and entertainment, so you know.
I know
I like to see I have real world
we don't have a
experience,
club.
so.
It's just like it's a shop. You come in, shop, you go home. You know, you're not gonna smoke outside.
No, I understand that.
You know,
I understand
But
that,
we're
because
also-
that's against the law.
But
so you
we're
can't
also
do
asking
that.
only for 2 days, and even if we don't get to midnight, we'd like to meet in the middle, because again, when we profit, so does the community. And also, if Tammy or Doghouse is open, same with another local business that's open till midnight, the winery 11. What's the difference in someone being inebriated with alcohol versus inebriated with marijuana, and we haven't had an issue yet?
but they can't smoke there.
Exactly,
So they have to
even
go home
then,
and
so
smoke.
exactly. So there's kind of like a pull, right? I get where you're coming from. but
Yeah,
it's-
definitely. I totally
it's-
understand. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's just a shop. So we'll meet at the middle always if there's something, but again, it's only a 2-day thing that we're asking for, not a whole 3-4 day weekend.
It's-
Are you good? Jim?
Well, I mean, you're saying that you don't want to capitalize, so you're using alcohol sales and comparing it to marijuana sales, which is two different things. Two different sets of legislature, two different sets of laws. Everything's different about them. So to associate
Both
the
are
two.
legal though.
Yeah, but they're
in certain
legal within,
contexts.
but they're legal within confines. I mean, Oxycontin's legal too, but
But
is there
what
gonna be
happens
Yeah,
when
some-
you're-
but
what-
it's prescribed
What do you get
Oxycontin.
more
I think we're getting a little
DUIs
bit
or
off
more people
base
who are
here
high?
there.
So I think, you know, it depends upon what rabbit hole you want to go down.
I agree.
So, I
Jim,
mean,
I think you made your opinion, I think we somebody, well, I'm not in charge here.
Well, I know, like I said, I saw the hands go down this way.
Mine's real short.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, what's the rules here? Are we having a debate, or are we just having a single person for an amount of time? You never stipulated what it was supposed to be.
In regards to extending the hours of the marijuana.
You know, how long people can speak? And it's not a
Oh, I
debate.
didn't even
It's
change
open.
anything.
I'm sorry,
I stand
it's not a debate.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Could I have your name, please?
My name's Jim. I live right here in Memphis. Just bought a
Jim,
brand new
what's your
house.
last name?
Hattie.
Hattie. Addie.
Yep.
Okay.
Addie.
I'm in the security business, and I go to these dispensaries all the time, and they do smoke in the parking lot. I noticed that she can't even get the hours right. He gets upset with her that no, these 2 hours is not going to make a difference. It's just not going to make a difference. So, I mean, do you guys live in Memphis?
No, but we've close to
Yeah,
Memphis.
so the whole community thing is kind of like, it's all about the money. So they don't live in Memphis, they don't have any skin in the game, they don't live in the area, they just want to make
We
the
do
money.
live in the area though. I mean,
They-
we're right outside of Memphis.
And I truly believe that it's just amazing that in the 80s, it was all about deer and no drugs, and now you have drug houses selling weed and poison basically to people. So that's the way I look at it, so.
Okay, Ken, did you have anything to add? Okay, then, Ms. Harper, yes, how are you?
I'm good. Having been a business owner, my family had a business in town for 36 years. We never had to worry about what time we opened or what time we closed. It wasn't regulated by anything. I believe we have police coverage in town until 1 o'clock. Is
12.
that correct? It's 12. And I live right across the street from these nice people. And I'm the person they helped, one of the people they helped with their video when some stuff was stolen out of our building. We were doing some renovations. Somebody just happened into town that didn't belong here, walked in, took a few things and walked out while we were on lunch. And I went over and talked to Elias, and like within 10 minutes, he had a still that he texted me of this guy's face, and that guy's in jail now. So I have not seen any issues whatsoever with people smoking in the parking lot, which I can smell it when people drive by me while I'm walking my dog. I don't smell anything on our block. And I think it would be a shame for us to, this is the second time they've come before the board to ask for the hours. And seeing as how there haven't been any issues in the past, I think we should give them a try. I think we should let them do what they want to do. Give them extended hours for the days that they would like. I would like to see it close at 8 on Sunday. I don't think it's necessary to be open past that, but whatever you guys want to do with that.
Go ahead.
I don't see the point in closing at 8 or closing at midnight. What's the, I mean, she's saying 8, well, I mean, what's the big deal on Sunday? I mean, 8 o'clock is something special going on, you know what I'm saying? As long as they close by 8 on Sunday, I mean, the whole purpose is a lot of these smoke places and whatever, they all close, like he said, at 8 o'clock. I mean, why would you need to be open until midnight in a 1 mile radius city? Running an extra 2 hours is not gonna make a difference in their sales at all.
All right.
I feel like it's an opinion, it's not a fact. If that was the case and it wouldn't make a difference, then I would definitely close at 10, because why would I pay him 6 employees or 7 employees for an extra 2 hours to stay there? But regardless of the fact, I just want to let you guys know that anything that anybody in the city needs, or not just the city, the people in the city, if you guys have a problem with anything that we do, I would love for somebody to come up to me or Selena or my manager Elias and say, hey, I don't like this because this, and this, and this, or I don't like this customer because he keeps smoking in your parking lot. And by all means, I'm gonna take care of it 100%. I'm gonna enforce everything that I have to enforce to make sure that we are safe, and obviously my employees are safe, because I'm responsible for all the employees there. You know, we're responsible for people staying there till midnight. So it's not just a crowd that's coming in, it's my family that's working in this place. So I don't want them to stay there until midnight if I know that it's gonna cause them harm. So I would never do that to anybody. And then, you know, I come from a Christian Catholic background, so Sunday is a day of, you know, I don't want to open till 10, and I don't want to open till 12. Sunday, it's the Sabbath, so I want to close at 8 o'clock so maybe, you know, my employees can go home to their families.
I have one more question. You talked about deliveries. Are you guys like subscribed to a certain business for deliveries?
No, we just do deliveries ourselves. They go on our website, they click on delivery, and we deliver it.
Okay, so can people still go through, like, what is it, weed maps or something?
Yeah, it's a secondary. So like when you go on there, it'll take you to our website.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, it won't. It's like it's connected to our website. So you just click delivery, and then you can order, and then we can deliver it.
And do you guys do pretty good, if you don't mind me asking?
In deliveries?
Yeah.
It's not like crazy, but it's not bad. You know, it's okay. We probably do maybe like 15 deliveries a day.
Okay.
10 to 15. And it's mostly in our range, you know, like we'll do maybe out of the 15, like 4 or 5 in Port Huron and K-Pac and other cities. Richmond.
Would you be delivering until midnight then?
No, I would cut that off till 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Or maybe even 9 o'clock for deliveries, because by the time if they order before 9, my driver's gonna leave and he's not gonna get to his rounds until, you know, probably 1 hour. So he has to go home after that. I would not do deliveries until midnight.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Most
But
dispensaries stop at
technically, you
9.
could deliver during the hours that you're open.
Technically, yes, but
And
I would
I'm
not.
able to ask a question, right, since I'm new here? The city has nothing to stand from them being open late, correct? I mean, we don't get any of your profits or any of that. I live right around the corner. I have 4 kids that ride around on their bicycles, and I haven't seen any problems personally. I live on the same block as the other one. I don't know the name of it, but As far as I can see, both corners look tenfold better than it's looked, and my kids can ride through your parking lot. So,
And when we first
That's
opened
what I
up, we have an old man that lives behind us, and he's a very nice guy, but he hated us when we first opened, and now I think he loves us. So it's, you know, like, we're winning over these people, and they thought, like, we were kind of this monster that was coming into the city, and obviously I know what happened in the beginning of the city with Joyology in the city and all that stuff. We weren't a part of that. I know it doesn't make it any better, but I'm just saying, like, we're not trying to, you know, take over or anything like that. We
both
just,
corners look better, and if you guys went out of business tomorrow, it would still look better. So what you've done is made the city look better.
I mean, we spent a lot of money.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Improving the
There's
business
nothing else
is
that
improving,
we're
I
close
think,
to.
is improving for the city. Because if we do better in the business, we'll pay more taxes, the city will get more profits from the business.
No, they don't. They get us a one amount from the state, I think.
That's it.
But it does obviously drive traffic, you know.
But it's
We'll go to
property
Doghouse, you know, we'll go to the winery, or,
Yeah.
you know, it'll help. I don't know how much it'll help, but again, we're, you know, we're not doing $1 million over there. If you guys want to, you know, if you guys were thinking, like, we're doing like maybe a couple hundred. So it's not what we thought that we were gonna do, and we spent a lot of money in this place, and we're just trying to recoup it back. And I feel like by extending our hours, we're gonna have an extra above a lot of other dispensaries like High Society and Lenox. They open until 9 or 10 o'clock, and when I leave work, or when she leaves work, or when my manager Elias leaves work and he drives past there and the parking lot is full, he's like, man, that's, you know, it just kind of hurts.
Okay, one last comment?
Yeah, he made a statement about, I mean, all I keep hearing over here is it's basically all about the money. I mean, clearly that's what it's all about, so I mean,
If you
And
go
he-
into
and he made a
business, though,
statement-
wouldn't it be about the money?
and he made a statement about how somebody, by law, you can't smoke in the parking lot, but then he says, well, if it does happen, I'll go out there and take care of it, blah, blah, blah. So clearly people smoke in the parking lot, man. They smoke going there, they smoke in the parking lot, and they smoke when they leave. I'm a small business owner. So,
Do people leave when
and
they
I'm
leave
24
the
hours
gas-
7.
Do people drink in the gas station parking lot?
Not like weed, not like weed.
How do you know? How do you know somebody doesn't crack open?
Because,
a can
sir,
in the parking lot?
I explained to you, I'm in the security business. I've been to many dispensaries.
Okay, I won't debate it, that's fine.
I've been to many dispensaries, I've worked on their doors, on their locks, and they're smoking in the parking lot, man. I've seen it and witnessed it myself.
Okay.
Have you ever witnessed it in our parking lot?
I don't go up there because I don't buy drugs. So I
If you
don't
want
go.
to debate any issues after that.
I just want to know more information about my business. You know, I want more information, because if he's saying this, I just want to know if it's commenting about me. Because if that's the case, then I'll hire a security guard to stay outside in our parking lot to make sure nobody smokes.
It's not because I watch the cameras.
Right,
But,
like I said,
I mean, if
this-
somebody's
this is-
just-
This is in regards to the hours
You know?
of operation.
Oh,
in regards
absolutely,
to
yeah.
additional feature and anything else like that.
I just want to make it one point, just so, it sounds like we have a couple of people who aren't sure about what's going on here.
Right,
So this year, we're going to receive $118,000 of money from the state excise, out of the 10% excise tax. Plus, I believe it's $5,000 per business for their business tax in the city. So that's $120,000 that taxpayers don't have to pay in the city right off the bat.
Not from them, from the state. Right.
No, it's excise tax. So they pay
They pay
10%.
tax, and it's pooled, and then the state gives the money back to the communities that have the dispensaries.
Yeah, the school gets a percentage, we get a percentage, the county gets a
That's how
percentage.
it works.
Yeah, it's 60,000, 58,000, or, I'm sorry, $58,000 per business, so we get $120,000
Where's our
roughly.
city needs, so.
Yeah, just so everybody knows.
Can I just, on the ordinance and hour issue? I'm not debating, I don't. and I-
yeah, no, this is basically in regards to the hours of the marijuana.
So again, I don't have a problem with extending the hours. I just see the hours, and a lot of the dispensaries are capped at between 9 and 10 p.m. So to see the midnight and knowing what went into the development of the ordinance, to cap the hours at 8. I mean, I'm all for an extra hour or two, especially go until the 10, which would be in line with a lot of the neighboring dispensary hours through, like I said, Royal Oak, through Madison Heights, through Clinton Township, through Mount Clemens. You see that, and that's kind of the standard. So, you know, separating the difference between a bar and a liquor license compared to drinking a parking lot, smoking a parking lot, you don't see that because that's part of the security package to allow marijuana in the state. So it's very well regulated. That shouldn't be a part of it. Just the hours of operation. You know, I just see it being 9, 10 o'clock, which is, you know, I'm totally fine with it.
Okay, I'm not gonna add a lot of.
No, it's not about
We
it.
pretty
I
much
mean,
know what's going on, or what we.
If we do these new hours and we see it's not working, we're gonna stop it. We can't
Well,
come back and say,
that's
no,
what we're
no,
gonna discuss.
because this will cost us thousands
We're
of
kind
dollars.
of getting, like I said, we're kind of letting it drag on, so what I want to do is I'll make a motion to close,
I'll make
close
a
the public
motion to
hearing.
close the public hearing.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye. All
Seven.
opposed?
Okay, and
I have,
who made the second?
Right.
Ken?
Riley, yes.
Since it's closed now, then we can discuss it, and I'd like to, if you don't mind?
No, go right ahead.
Okay. We have three options here. One, we can leave the hours the same as they are now. Two, we can do the hours as they requested. Or three, we can modify it. I think as most of you know here, I've been always against marijuana completely. However, we have two now, and I think there's been no issues, as far as I know, of police problems or whatsoever. Matter of fact, I do know there has been. It'd be my opinion, and of course it's up to the planning commission as a whole, and we only make a recommendation to council. Council has the final decision. So it'd be my recommendation, we modify it, and what I would prefer is we modify it by just adding 2 hours of additional time in the evening, which would close at 10 o'clock, and if they want Sunday at 8, I have no problem with that. So that's my opinion. I think everybody can now express their opinion, what they think.
So you're saying 9 a.m.?
Yeah, 9 a.m. to
10 p.m.?
10 o'clock, yeah, and if you want to make it.
All days?
Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday?
Yeah, and if you want to make Sunday, 9 to 8.
9
I'm
a.m.
sorry, I
That's
didn't
fine.
quite catch that.
Sorry.
Could you please say that again?
That's my work phone, and doesn't know how to shut up.
I thought I wanted to interfere here.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. So 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday is what we're looking at, what you're recommending, Mr. Wilson?
That's what I'm recommending, yeah, and I think it's up to planning commission to make their opinion.
All right, Mr. Riley, you have any comments in regards to that?
Yeah, I'd say give them the hours they want. There's been no issues, there's nothing going on. I have no reason to believe there ever will be. If there is, I'm pretty sure he'd take care of it. I talked to the chief in town. He said there's been no issues. He's got no problem with it staying open as late as they want. And if there is some kind of issue, we can always address it later on. It's a different demographic. They're far enough out of town, most towns, where if there is somebody working out in the city, far away, I work down ET and Mountain, you know, I don't want to stop for anything. I don't go there, but if I was in that looking for something, I wouldn't stop in the middle of town with all the traffic and BS. I'd be heading home, get what I want, and go home. I think you should give them their hours. If there's an issue, we go from there later on.
You're saying what, can you give
He
them
is
the
for,
hours?
he
Give them
is
their
for the
hours,
hours
what
that
they
they
want.
requested.
They're requested?
That they want, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's my recommendation. I mean, I have kids, I am directly across the street. I haven't had a single problem. I think I smell more marijuana from neighbors than I do from the dispensary, so I don't have any worries about it. I think the same thing. If something does pop up, there are issues, it can be addressed later.
Okay, Mr. Zambo?
I have the same, I don't see any issues with it. I say let them conduct business in the city just like every other business in town.
Mr. Weaver?
Well, philosophically, of course, I've been opposed to this. However, from a business sense, because of the investments that you made, Cultures change. You know, I was raised in the late 60s and early 70s, they used to throw me in jail for a roach. And we've come a long way. I don't like just the proliferation of it in society, no more than I like people being drunk out on the street. However, I would not oppose it, and I would think that if it doesn't pay for you to be open, as you said, you won't do it. So I don't want to take that option off the table for you, and see how it goes.
Good, thank you.
Mayor Wareham.
I don't have a problem with modifying their hours. You know, I've dealt with them, I've seen, my business is very close to theirs. I mean, I don't see any difference, and, you know, people are just going in and getting their stuff and leaving. Personally, I don't have a problem with the 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday. I don't have a problem with the midnight Friday and Saturday, but I would like to see them not stay open until midnight on Sunday.
We don't want that.
So
I wouldn't do that regardless.
Well, on this request, it says Friday through Sunday, 9 to midnight. So then when they're saying give them what they want, that's, you know, so I wanted to get that clear.
Absolutely. I apologize.
Okay.
Was that a typo or was that it?
Okay. So,
All right, so you're okay, so you're wishing just to 10 o'clock or to midnight through?
so 10 Monday through Thursday, midnight Friday and Saturday, and keep it the same till 8 p.m. on Sunday.
Okay, 8 p.m. on Sunday, but Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. or
Right.
12 midnight. And then Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then the Sunday hours would stay the same, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., correct?
So I heard, we've heard kind of the comment, but I haven't heard what hours some of you would prefer, other than myself and Tammy.
From what I'm taking on my aspect here is there are other council members or other commission members are recommending and saying they are for
Sunday through Thursday,
Sunday
9
through,
to 10.
Monday through Thursday to 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
And
Sunday
then
was the-
Friday and Saturday to 12 midnight. And then Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Is that correct?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody all in agreement of that?
Not me, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying in regards to the way that it was requested.
Yeah.
This isn't a vote, it's just confirming that we have the correct hours that they were asking.
So I think we're safe to I'll make a motion to put forth towards the city council our recommendation of approval for the, not just Mystic, but for the ordinance to extend the hours from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, from 9 a.m. to midnight Friday and Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday.
Okay, can I get a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
No.
Okay, so,
Okay, that was made by Tammy. And it was approved, seconded by who?
Amber?
Amber.
Amber? Okay, all right.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 6 yeas, 1 nay.
Okay, 6 yeses, and I'm the only no one. I guess I haven't broke my record then. So.
Okay, so,
Okay, now the second part of that, and this don't really affect you guys, is that we put in the notice for the public hearing. If in any future time changes, do we want that to come back to the planning commission, or do we want that to be made by resolution by the council? Since the council is the one that makes the final decision, it'd be my recommendation that we don't, we do it by resolution in the future. So I don't know, any comments on that?
I like that idea.
Yeah. Any other?
Run that past me again, if they
Okay,
wanna change the
now,
hours
The
again?
way the ordinance is written at this time, any change in the times that they're open, the marijuana establishments are open, it has to come to council, has to come to the planning commission. Then the planning commission has to have a public hearing. Then it has to go back to the council for approval. What I'm recommending, and it's up to us, of course, and it's up to the council, and because they don't have to go with it, but I'm recommending that any future changes that is requested by the retail establishments, marijuana establishments, is done by resolution by the council. Then it don't have to come back to the planning commission. That's what
It would just shorten it, we wouldn't have to have a
It'd be
public
short-
hearing
it'd be short the time
and
and
back
that,
and forth, yeah.
Right.
Are you saying this is specific, Mr. Wilson, to just setting times?
Only time for, just for the time.
Because I don't like to remove that check and balance between the
Well,
planning
and if
commission
you
and the
don't,
city.
then, we can make that.
Well, I wanted to clarify
No,
that,
that's
because
what
then the city council could by
Yeah, no,
resolution do
yeah.
whatever they chose
Yeah,
about with bypassing the
Yeah,
planning
just
commission.
strictly the time, like they're requesting right now. By the way, they came to council one time.
I know. I'm just clarifying.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And according to our attorney, we can do it as I put in your packet there. So I'm just asking, that's what, the second part of that. So if that we, in the future, we just have the council do it by resolution instead of coming back to us.
Strictly on
Only
hours
on
of
the-
operation.
Only on the retail establishments, only that, yeah.
Because I didn't, this was one of my beefs earlier, was
I know,
I
I know.
want the council
I know.
resolute, well, now we can have 6 places in town,
No.
or we can have,
No.
No, I'm just saying.
chemical manufacturing plants and associated with, I don't want any, I want
Yeah.
a check on that.
Yeah,
Understood, thank you.
okay.
Good?
Are we?
Okay, so we,
I have a motion I will make a motion, if that, anyway, with that, you can vote no, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion that is the recommendation of the Memphis Planning Commission to the Memphis City Council that the hours of operation by the marijuana retail establishment, that the ordinance be revised to state that the hours shall be set forth by resolution of the Memphis City Council.
I second it.
all in favor? Aye. All opposed?
No,
One no?
Yes,
No.
Mr. Weaver.
I
Okay.
want you to be the Lone Ranger with the no vote, sorry.
Okay, all right. Oh, so it's 6-1. remember,
6-1,
and,
yes.
And Weaver was a no. Okay, all right. Okay, that part's all done then.
Got that all done?
Yeah, that's all done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for your time.
That's the one,
Very
too.
much.
Good luck.
I just want to, obviously, I've stated this before, but if any of you guys need anything, even the citizens of Memphis, you guys don't have to be working. If you guys need anything, we're here. Reach out to us, anything that you guys need, any problems that you have.
We really are like just a family business, and everything we do, it just, the field we work in is a little tricky.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, have a good evening.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Unfinished business, our wonderful reviewing of the master plan. I believe, Mr. Weaver, there's some paperwork in here in regards to that from our.
Yeah, I gave you
city
some
planner.
information, some background information review on that. I may have screwed up a little bit with getting my dates mixed up with Wednesdays
Okay.
following. I thought it was the Wednesday after after a city council meeting would then be a
Planning committee,
planning commission. Well, it's a week after that.
okay?
So I had asked Caslow Planning and Terry Lipscomb to be here to brief us on this proposal, but I gave them the wrong dates.
Okay.
So they're gonna be here next time.
Okay.
But meanwhile, I would still like to just get any thoughts
Yes,
on
if you
this
want to run
that
through
you had,
that with us,
and,
that'd be great.
We have this, briefly, just an overview from Caslow Planning, it's a page and a half there. And one of the important things that I was trying to bring up with this is that this has to be done according to the Michigan Enabling Planning Act.
Yes,
And so it's beneficial to have a professional planner doing this. You can see she bullet pointed out a number of things here. I won't go over them all, but all very worthy. And also, You know, I added a couple things on my comments on here of what we've spent some money on recently. You know, the asking price is, it will not go over $10,000. Her rate is $60 per hour and not to exceed $10,000. This does not mean that these are the only things that we're limited to doing. I mean, I threw a few other things in there, capital plan improvement, and some different maps and so forth and so on. So we still have some things that we can work throughout this process to include in the plan. But I think it's very important that we have this document done professionally.
I
have
agree.
it right up to snuff, because this is going to open the door to getting further grant money, getting further business, people interested in coming into town. And I think that this would probably hold up for, we're supposed to review it every 5 years. But I don't really see that why this would not last much longer than that, with maybe just a few minor changes if we saw whatever we see come into the community or issues that come up that might need to be addressed in the master plan. So if you know, we spent almost $300,000 discretionarily for, you know, our city hall was $200K, remodeling we're maybe around $75K, we don't know where that's going to be yet, but we bought that land. So although $10,000 kind of struck me as a lot of money, I think it's well spent, and part, you know, just a very small part of that, we had to have a master plan drawn up in effect for our water and sewage, and that's going to cost us $7,300. So in comparison, we're getting the whole
Lot.
town done, basically, with all those items there that she is bullet pointed. Plus, I have a few others I'd like to add and have her work with her on. And I still have a couple things there that I think we might be able to work on as a committee to forward to her, that we still have to do that last section 8.
Yes.
That I think we ought to kind of parse through that ourselves and see what we want as to be ongoing issues, future development, and so forth, rather than just leaving it in her lap. And I'm hoping that maybe that there won't be that much time, because we have spent a lot of time rewriting a lot of this, all these sections already, you know, considerable amount. All of us have been involved in that. So Karen will have all that, and I forwarded her a package with all that edited text and workable documents that she can use. And,
Okay.
you know, Ken had provided the census data, so all that work is done. So, you know, I'm fairly optimistic that it won't maybe hit that level, but I'm just saying I'm an advocate for it, and we'll have a proper presentation from her next month, and then we'll make a recommendation to the city council and let the city council, you know, weigh in on it and see what they would choose to do.
So we just need to work, like, all of us collectively, look over section 8. That's
Yeah,
not
I'll present that if you wanted our next one. I've already done that. I did that about a year and a half ago.
Okay,
So
all right.
I'd be happy to review that and
Oh,
just
we did.
get everybody's input on it. You know, it needs to be updated because it's so old, it's 10 years back.
Okay.
Revisit in what form we want to have it in, you know, as far as, you know, charts and a graph maybe to show some of these things or things that we don't think are important to them. So I think we could save a lot of time rather than spending $60 an hour for the planner to do it. We could say this is the information we would like included in section 8 and just give her that.
What is section 8, by the way, guys?
This is the new one. The section 8 is on the original master plan from 2015.
This is nothing.
Right, which is in
nothing?
Dropbox, so we can,
Oh, this is, yeah, okay.
I could check with Amber and see if I can pull that file out and have her print just section 8 for
Yeah,
everybody.
that'll be good. And so I've
And that
got
way
the
everybody
material I
has
can
it.
pull out and refresh everybody's memory because it's been a while now.
It's been a while since I've looked at it too.
It's just kind of like where we're at, what things we would like to, you know, are we doing this immediately? Is this a near-term goal or a long-term goal? Stuff like that, you know, it's not real complex.
But you've
It's a
worked
couple
on
pages,
part-
I
you
believe
worked-
that's about it.
You've already worked on part of that then.
Yes, I
We've
have.
already gone through 2 through 7, right? And Kenny put them
Yes.
together and put them in a book. And the lady that came in, she did section 1, correct? So all we really need then is section 8. And from what I saw in my book, I have 3 charts, unless I'm missing something. And to think we need $10,000 to do 3 charts in section 8, what am I missing? I mean,
Well,
everything that's in there, we went through
Did
2
you
through
look,
7.
Ken, did you look at the bullet points that she had there? Did you read that?
What, I went through her one section 1 that she said was.
No, I'm talking about
No,
what her
this is-
proposal.
From Kazlev Planning, with the bullet points on it.
No, when you said $10,000, it's like this.
Well, I know, did you read what she's proposing?
No.
Well, if you read that, you will see some of the things that she is going to be doing. And the Michigan Planning Enabling Act has certain criteria that has to be met.
Right.
And she will be taking care of all. There's notifications to surrounding townships. There's just the way that it is put together. There's public meetings to be had. There's public input to be gathered. There's a lot, so I suggest you read that before you
Then
just...
why did we even go through 2 through 7 if we need public meetings?
Well,
for
because we haven't done this before, Ken. And the last time it was done was like a dozen years ago, and that was basically a draft document. And it was adopted. So my desire is to do it right.
Do it right, get it on,
And
get it on.
for, $10,000, yes, it sounds like it's a large sum of money, should
Wasn't our
be.
last one done by the people from Macomb County who knew what they were doing?
No. They helped out with a couple of maps. It was a draft document. If you look at all those documents, Ken, that I've been passing out for the last 2 years, it says right in their draft documents. They were never really adopted properly. Notifications, I don't know if they went out. And that's all in the past. I'm looking now into the future. There's going to be a lot of things coming and unfolding in the next 5 or 10 years. And I don't want to be the hick town that doesn't have their stuff in one sock, that when a developer comes in here, whatever he wants to do, and he wants to see what the demographics of the town are, he wants to see where our roads are, and he wants to see where our walking trails, our green spaces, our future land uses. I want somebody to put that together professionally. I mean, I have tried, and other people here have really put a lot of effort into trying to do that as amateurs, but that's not adequate. And I've come to that realization, and I came through it through Terry, who tried to help us out with it, who has done these plans for other cities in different parts of the state. And she told me, it's a red flag if you don't have these things done right. And she was not willing to continue on it because she didn't want to be held liable for making any mistakes. That's what she recommended, passing it off to a regular planner. And we had just so happened to, in the not too distant past, have her work and comment on some road width issues and ordinance issues. And I felt that she was very competent to do that, and asked her if she would look at that. So, I'm not trying to twist your arm to agree with me or not, but at least look at the proposal and see what's involved with it. And if you think you could do it, I'm glad to have you take it over. But I don't feel adequate to do it. I mean, I've done as far as I can with the writing and trying to dig out information along with Ken. And Tom has helped out with some things, and our past, John Terrace, worked on some of it too. So that's why I have come to the conclusion that I have come to. I'm just presenting the information. I'm just one guy here just like you are. But I've tried to put together all the information so everybody can make an informed decision, whichever way you want to go. I don't hold it against you if you don't think we should do it, not at all. But I'd like you to be aware of some of the things that she's saying that she will do there, and see if you think there's a cost-benefit analysis there that we ought to consider.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
You said that $7,300 was for something else, right? I forget where I read that at.
Water and
And I heard the water and sewer. Now, is that $7,300 of this $10,000, or is that's above and beyond?
That's a
Okay.
separate
Was
expense.
that already paid for? Was it already taken care of?
It is in process.
Okay.
Every 5 years, every municipality that has a water and sewer system is required by the state to update their plan. Since we've done a bunch of rebuild over at the Lois subdivision, water tower inspection, and some other things that go along with the Department of Public Works, all of that needed to be updated. And we were not really in compliance, and the time is short, and our DPW asked if we could have the engineer, our engineering firm, BMJ, put that document together for us, which they did, and that's where the $7,300 cost comes in. But a synopsis of that, as a bonus, could be included in our master plan, as can other sections, and I'd love to get input of anything else that people would want in there, so we really have a good
Steve,
information package.
A lot of us hadn't been on this our planification for some time. I haven't been on it for a couple of years now. Is there any way that you can put a package together to update to what status or what what you are at this time?
It's right here, Larry. I don't know what I can, I mean, I've repeated this so many times, and even since the last couple of months, I've put all the information out there. We have 8 sections to do. We've rewritten 7 of them. We've got the census data.
Well, I haven't seen the rewritten though.
I'll give you copies of it if you want.
Well, I'd like to know where we are at, you know, so, because I.
Where we're at is I'm trying to pass it off to the professional planner, so we're not coming back here and talking about it every month.
Well, I don't object to that if you want, it should be done professionally. I mean, back in '98, I think it was, so we did one professionally, and I think we paid more than $10,000. I can't remember the figure. Maybe Eric knows, because I think you, no, you
I don't
weren't on.
remember.
No, you weren't on there, that's right.
It was right before I got on.
Yeah, that's where you got on. And then, of course, that one, and I don't know the exact figure, but I know it cost over 10,000. And then, of course, the one was done by Macomb County back in 12 and 13. That was done by Macomb County, so.
Was it
Yeah,
draft?
yeah, so.
No, that was adopted by city council. That was not a draft. You guys been have copies of it that says draft? Those were not, that's not a draft. Macomb County put that all together.
The
They
big,
sent it out.
one that we just did.
They sent it out to all the municipalities that needed to be out to. They sent it to the state, and it was adopted by city
Adopted.
council.
Yeah.
For sure, 100%.
And that was.
That's when Dan
15?
Weaver was mayor.
Pardon?
That was 15?
That
Adopted
was
in 2018 and
actually
started in
2000
2012.
Or no, it may have been 14.
It
was 14, right?
when
Yeah.
we did the zoning.
You were mayor in 15, right?
Pardon?
Weren't you mayor in 15?
I was mayor in 15.
Right.
Yeah, and that's when we did the zoning to the master plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and.
We're still members of SEMCOG, right?
Pardon?
We're still members of SEMCOG?
Yes.
All that demographic stuff, the traffic studies, that's all available for SEMCOG. You can just go to their website and look it up.
All of that has been updated
Oh, okay. Here are on SEMCOG. In the master plan.
in the master
Okay,
plan.
good.
Kenny Dunbar, as of last June,
Okay.
updated all of those numbers.
Right.
I didn't do the traffic stuff, but I did the census data.
Right.
I could definitely look at the traffic stuff with that.
Well, these are
And-
things that we can hand off to the planner, if we
But,
go with
but
the planner
that,
too.
but that's what I've been saying for the last 3 months, is where's the draft? Where's the draft? We keep saying we've gone through it all. I have a problem saying we've gone through it all, and now we want to spend $10,000 to, to just pass it off after working on it for 2 years. I have a problem with that. Now, if we want to add stuff to it, if we want to make it more comprehensive, I don't have,
No,
I'm totally on board with that,
That
but,
would be we could use the one that's
but we,
from June.
we can't
That's
just
been
keep coming
updated.
to a meeting without a draft, without knowing exactly what we need and where we need to go.
Well, who's gonna put the draft together? That's the question.
Yeah, Steve, I don't.
It's not me. I'm not putting it together. I've gone as far as I can go with
Steve?
contributing pieces to it.
Steve, I have no objection to having a professional planner put this finalized. I guess what I'd like to know, where are we at? I don't know. I don't know where we're at. Now,
Can't we just print what you have off of Dropbox or whatever it is?
Yeah, it's in Dropbox.
Just print it.
I
So I'll
don't,
just
I thought
I will download the
last-
file. I'll bring it
last
to
month you were-
Amber. I'll bring it to Amber this week.
Yeah, I thought last month you were gonna.
Because I usually stop by on Fridays anyway.
So Barb was supposed to get a copy before she left. I thought you were gonna get a copy for Larry.
It's in Dropbox, Amber.
I
Okay,
don't-
so what I will do, I will get in a Dropbox, I will put together what's in there. I will make it into a little packet, send it to Staples or whatever, I'm up here all the time, I can pick it up there. And then we'll kind of go from there, so then everybody has a copy of it, we can figure out what is missing, what needs to be added. Then I think we really should think about a planner, because I know it's a lot of money, but if it's done right, how much money would it save us in the long run? Are we able to get better grants?
well, I think it needs a professional. It does need, I don't have an objection. It does need that.
Well, and
because we're not capable.
But I
of
think
putting
we're
together.
going at it as if we don't have anything.
But I don't think it's wrong to even send everything and say, look this over and make sure that it sounds right. Or that this looks okay, that this is professional. Because 1998, I mean, I was a year old, so that's.
We won't go there.
No, the last one was
20-something years ago.
2013.
I was a year old.
Right. I know, but I mean, that's the last time we had a professional handle it.
No,
No,
that was in 2014.
2013.
The 2013,
14, yeah.
okay. And that was
Macomb
Macomb
County, John
County.
Paul Ray came here with a whole
Okay.
team and put it together for us. But we did all the work, and then he just basically put it together.
Right.
Right.
But like I said,
Right.
SEPCOG has most of the information about the demographics and the traffic studies and stuff like that. And that's where we got it from. I mean, we basically just cut and pasted it and, you know.
The copy from you, Ken, in June is basically the current draft that we have in there.
Any
From-
page that was submitted to me is in there. That being said, I don't know that all pages were submitted to me. So if there are pages that were typed up that weren't given to me, I'm happy to still add to that document.
Have you met with Scott?
I've talked to Scott, but we haven't done anything more.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
okay.
personally got 15 different pages, all separate, so that they can be pulled up individually that covered section outside of the one you worked on,
If you
and
wanna-
outside of section 8.
If you wanna send those to me,
I think
can-
those are in there, are they?
They should be, if we send them to Kenny back before he moved
I mean,
down.
I got files, Kenny, I can send
you
them
wanna
to you.
send me everything you
Let me
got,
send you
I'll-
one on an email if it goes through. I got a folder with
So
them all in
Kenny,
there.
so Kenny had initial draft and he, I met with Scott Brewster,
Yeah.
who's on the zoning, because he was considering coming up to planning before you guys were. And we had talked about this, so I hooked, he does report writing. So I told him to talk to Kenny and see if we can get a final draft with everything that they have in Dropbox.
That's is that who logged in the Dropbox over the weekend? Because I got
No.
notification.
No, he
Did somebody
doesn't,
log in
I
the
don't think
Dropbox?
he has access to Dropbox.
Other Dropbox, yeah, somebody logged in the Dropbox.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because
get
all I
the
did is give him a hard
notifications
copy of the one that Kenny did
From June.
from June.
Yeah, that's the one that we were working on.
Yes.
That's the draft. Right there, it's like 58 pages long.
Yeah, that's the one I did this weekend, I
Yeah.
went through that.
The master plan's 58 pages.
I'll figure it out.
Yes.
Find out
Yes.
from Kenny which one, because
It is.
they kind of labeled the same.
The old
That's
one.
the old
The old one from 2015, the one, yeah,
That
we
was
started
that.
working on it when I got on the planning commission.
So I would like to see for the next planning commission meeting, if these guys are coming to the meeting, I would like to see, have everybody have a draft that we can look at and so we can all, because they can come in and say, well, yeah, we can do this and this and this, but unless we know where we stand, you know, we're not gonna have a good idea on how much it's gonna cost or what additional stuff that they can do.
If you send it to the city, I'll go up there and run copies off. You don't have to go to Staples for the rough
No,
draft.
that's what I'm
fine.
saying.
No, yeah.
Amber
Yeah.
and Donna said that they can make they made a copy for Barb and
Okay.
you gave me or did they print the copy? They printed the copy that I gave to Scott, so.
They printed that.
Yeah, so they can print it,
Yeah.
but all I have is the one that he did, so I don't know what else
Whatever's
is
in
there.
Dropbox is whatever you printed in Dropbox, so. What are you doing Saturday, Amber? As I can touch base with you, we can.
Me?
What's that?
What is this weekend? Nothing.
Good.
I don't have any plans.
Oh, wait. I know I can come in the morning because I know I got my son's graduation later that day, but
Okay.
grab like an hour or something like that in the morning. And I'll go through Dropbox with you
Okay.
and then go through there and then I'll pick another day and I'll go with Zambo and show you the Dropbox and everything else like that.
I will have feral children, but.
I have feral dogs, what does it matter?
They are definitely feral.
So, Kate, anything else? Moving on. Okay, any comments from any of our wonderful commissioners or council members? Or the mayor? Are we all good? Can I get a motion to adjourn? Okay, so Amber makes a motion, and who seconds? Danville seconds. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? 7:34.